I'm Keith, and this is the video for the Standard of Excellence for Baritone and Euphonium, page 5. Now, depending on which one of two notes are easier for you to play, we're going to be starting on either page 4 or page 5. Now, if your teacher has already helped you figure out which note was easier for you, the B flat or the F, then you can go to that appropriate video. Otherwise, if you need help figuring that out, you can also go back and watch my video where I can show you those notes and help you figure out which one is easier for you. So if your note that is easier for you is the F, then you are on the right video here, page number 5, and we're going to be getting started right from the beginning with our very first note. So if we take a look at the middle of the page, number 1, our note F, if you count, is the 1, 2, 3, 4th line up on the staff, and we see that 0 below it. What that means is we're not going to press down any valves. But whether our valves are up on top like this or if our valves are in front like this, either way, we're still going to keep our fingers on the valves. We're just not going to press them down. Don't worry, we'll get there. So again, our first note is going to sound like, and if you need help remembering, oh, how do I make my sound? How do I take my instrument out of the case? How do I put the mouthpiece in? All of that, you can watch the other videos as well. I'm going to show you how to take it out of the case, how to make your first sound, review all of that. So if you need help with that, you can go back and watch those videos. Otherwise, we're going to be ready for number 1. So here we go. We're going to be playing our F, this note, all notes open. So we're going to bring our instrument up, and when we play music, very often music has a pulse, a rhythm to it. A lot of our music right away here is going to be organized in beats of 4. So while we're playing our whole note F, we're going to be counting in our head 1, 2, 3, 4. And when we have our whole rest on the second bar where we don't play, we're still going to be counting in our head 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to play for 4 beats, we're going to rest for 4 beats, we're going to play for 4, rest for 4, back and forth here. So I will tap to keep count. We're going to play along. Make sure you take a nice big breath. Here we go. Our first note. 1, 2, ready. 1, 2, let's do it again. Let's go again. Here we go. 1 more time. Big breath. 1, 2, 3, and off. Wonderful. So let's go ahead and we're going to learn our second note right away, which is called an E flat. So if we take a look at number 2, the second note, we can see our E flat is the 3rd space up on the staff. It's 1 step below the F, and we'll see a number below it, 1. The euphonium has 7 different valve combinations we can use to play all of the different notes on it, and those numbers help tell us what valves we need to press down. So we're going to be resting our first finger, our middle finger, and our ring finger, or 4th finger, on the valves here, and when we see that 1, what that means is the first valve is going to be going down here. So when we press that first valve down and we go to play the note, it should sound like that. So let's practice that together, pressing down the first valve, playing our E flat. Here we go. I'll count. Nice big breath before we play. 1, 2, ready. Rest. 2, 3, and again. Very good. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 1 more time. 1, 2, 3, and off. Now, we're going to put those 2 notes together, F and E flat, in exercise number 3, T for 2. So if we take a look, we can see our first note, F, which again is open, no valves down. Then we rest, and then our next note is E flat, which is first valve. Let's practice going back and forth. Open, first valve, open, first valve. And when you let the valve come back up, keep your finger on top still. Don't let it fly all over the place. We're going to keep our fingers right nicely on top of there, and then we're going to press them down, and let it come back up, down, come back up like that. So here we go. Number 3, T for 2, going back and forth between F which is open, and E flat, which is first valve. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. 1, 2 to first valve. Here we go. Back to open. Ready. Here we go to first valve again. 1, 2, 3, and off. Now, we've already learned 2 notes. We're going to learn a 3rd note. If we take a look at number 4, the 3rd note, we can see we have a D. So if we count, the D is the 3rd line up on the staff, so it is 1 step below the E flat. And we play the D with the first and the second valves. So let's practice going back and forth between the first valve, the E flat, and the D. So we're going to keep our first valve down, and we're just going to press down the second valve, back and forth like that. So our D is going to sound like that. So let's go ahead and play our D together. Big breath before every note, pressing and holding down the first valve and the second valve. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. Rest. 2, 3, and again. 1, 2, again. Here we go. Big breath every time. 1, 2, 3, and off. Fantastic. Now here is where things start getting fun. We are going to start combining these 3 notes together. So on number 5, 3 of a kind, we're going to play the F. And we're going to go past the rest, we're going to play the E flat, rest, and then we're going to play the D. So we're going to go from open for the F to first valve for the E flat to 1 and 2 for the D, and then back to first valve for the E flat. Let's try that. Open, 1, 1 and 2, back to 1. Let's try it together playing. I'll count. 1, 2, ready. Rest. Going to first valve. Here we go. 1 and 2. Here we go. Back to first valve. Keep breathing. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Very good. So, number 6, Three's Company. Now, it's the same 3 notes, but we're going to play them in a different combination. So, take a second to look at number 6. Try to remember the note names. If you need reminders, look up on the page and remember what the fingerings are. So, hopefully you said, oh, I've got an E flat, which is first valve. Then I've got an F, which is open. I've got a D, which is 1 and 2. And then I go back to E flat, which is first valve. Let's play that together. 1, 2, ready. Going to open to play the F. Now we go to 1 and 2. Here we go. Now to first valve for the E flat. 1, 2, 3, and rest. Awesome. One more exercise to do today. Number 7, top brass. The same 3 notes again, but in a different combination. So take a look. Remember the note names. Remember what the fingerings are. I'm not going to tell you right away. You've got to figure it out. Then we're going to play it. All right, here we go. Number 7. Take a look ahead. Try to figure out what fingering you need to be pressing down before you get to the note. 1, 2, 3, and where are we going next? Oh, first valve. Now we're coming up to 1 and 2. Looking ahead to the F, which is open. 1, 2, 3, and off. Awesome. I hope you had a great first lesson. Now, when you're going through and practicing all of your exercises, it's best to practice every one of them every day and to practice a little bit every day. It's much easier. We learn a lot more if we practice every day than if we try to do a bunch of practicing once a week. So have fun practicing, and we'll see you for the next video.